What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Mo, and I'm back with another video. Today I'm gonna be doing a story time, and I was real hesitant about doing a story time. It's very personal. I honestly don't even know if I'm gonna upload this, but yeah. So I hope you enjoy this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Here we go. Okay, so I was about 13, 14. Okay, this story time is gonna be about me being sexually assaulted by my aunt's boyfriend. When I was about 14, 15 years old, I was living with my grandfather and my aunt. I'm not going to disclose which aunt it was or blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to use any names. So, okay, so on this night, it was thundering, and I was young, and I didn't want to sleep in a room by myself. We lived in a house with a basement, so my room was above the basement, and my aunt, we shared a room, but her boyfriend was there, so she slept in the front room. It was thunderstorming, and the lights went out, so I went to the front room and laid on the couch. My aunt was laying on the floor with her boyfriend. Her boyfriend was, it was me. Okay, it was a couch right here, my aunt and my aunt's boyfriend on the floor. So, I guess I had fell asleep. We all had fell asleep, and I just felt something going up between my legs. I wore these Mickey Mouse pajamas that had a hole, well, it had a split in the middle in between my legs because I was riding my bike, you know, for some reason, and the chain got caught. But so I felt something going up in between my legs, and I could tell it was like a person. So I didn't open my eyes. So finally, I felt somebody like near my face, on the side of my face, and I opened my eyes, and there was my aunt's boyfriend. He asked me, you know, as he was rubbing me in between my legs or whatever, he asked me what I was going to tell, and he was just talking to me. I can only remember some stuff of what he said. And I remember it like above my head, like I was laying down, so above my head was this rack with like DVDs on it. And I can remember thinking, like, if I hit him with this real quick, you know, maybe he'll move, maybe he'll stop. But so he asked me, was I gonna tell? And I said yes, and I immediately jumped up and started screaming right then. My aunt was like right there on the floor, so she jumped up as well, and we're all like, and my grandfather was downstairs. My grandfather was downstairs with his girlfriend. You know, all the commotion woke up everybody in the house. Everybody ran upstairs or whatever, and I was just screaming, and I was lying, and he was like, I told my aunt that he was touching me between my legs, and he immediately just like started crying. I was like, I'm lying and all this and that. So my grandfather finally make it upstairs, and it's like he made him leave, but at the time I thought, like, you know, protect me, you know, do something, say something. He ended up leaving, and basically everybody went back to bed like nothing ever happened. So, well, my grandfather and his girlfriend went back to bed. So my aunt, her boyfriend had left. He left through the back door, and he immediately started texting and calling my aunt back to back to back to back. And she was just like, oh my God, you know, he said he gonna kill himself, and just call him and tell him it's okay, call him and apologize. At the time, I was scared, and I didn't know what to do. So I used my aunt's phone. She called him, and I told him it was okay, you know, don't kill herself and this and the third. And that's all I remember from that night. But I remember, like, we attended the same church. He played the drums at the church. And I stopped going, really. I always find an excuse to be at my friend's house or something. And I remember one Sunday, we were at church, and I don't remember if we were going into church or leaving. I think we were leaving because my papa drove a truck, and we rode on the back of the truck. And one of my other aunts that wasn't present had no idea, knew nothing, because nobody, like, this had been months after the incident happened. Nobody ever talked about it. Nobody outside the house knew. None of my aunts knew. No family members knew except for that one aunt and my grandfather. So she told me to, one of my other aunts had told me to take my grandfather a cigarette. My grandfather was still standing beside my aunt's boyfriend. And I said, no, I'm not going over there. So I got in trouble because they was like, I was being disrespectful, this and that, but nobody really knew the real reason I didn't want to go over there. And I just kind of felt like my grandfather and my aunt swept under the rug. My aunt was still dating this guy months after, like for a long period. And it's like, they didn't protect me how I would want them to protect me. So I ended up, I stopped going to church, and, you know, I didn't see him like that. My aunt was still dating him. And I remember even when we moved to a different house, he helped us move in. My aunt's boyfriend helped us move in this house, and she ended up breaking up with him for her own reasons. And still to this day, I do hold a grudge towards them because nobody has ever talked about it. Nobody has ever, you know, acknowledged what happened. Nobody has. I feel like they didn't do a good job at protecting me. And I feel like what happened to me didn't really matter because everybody just kept living their life. Like, nobody. I feel like I still hold a grudge towards my grandfather and my aunt. Like, I love them, and it's hard to be mad at them. It's hard to, like, I don't know, because I'm like, how can you let that happen to me? How can you just, you know, be okay with this or whatever? And I remember years later down the line, I had moved away from my grandfather or whatever, and I moved to Charlotte. And somebody had told my grandmother that I was having sex with grown men. When in reality, I had never had sex. And he touched me. It wasn't nothing like that. But anyway, I just feel like, I feel like my aunt did not care. And still to this day, I'm like, if that was you, if I were you, I would have protected you. If I were you, I would have, you know, did something. I would have called the cops, make it known that you care, like anything, but that didn't happen for me. And I still have resentment towards them. So I said all that to say this, you know, that's my story, and I'm still dealing with it to this day. No, I wasn't raped, but no man, older man, nobody should do that to anybody. Like, I felt like if I didn't scream when I did, it would have led on, and it probably would have continued for years. But the funny thing about it is, they had been dating for years prior of the incident, and like, I trusted him, and I never thought that he would do anything like that to me. So they just let you know right there, you cannot trust anybody, and I don't, because you can know somebody for years, and then one day they just decide to violate you, and I don't think that's right. And I just hope, you know, anybody out there just ever been through the same thing, ever been through what I've been through, don't be scared to tell your story. Don't be scared to just finally acknowledge what happened to you, because for a long time I was like, because no one was doing anything, I felt like no one cared. I was like, well, maybe, you know, maybe I was dreaming, maybe it didn't happen, but it did. And I just want to encourage everybody, anybody who's been through this, to speak out and, you know, don't let anybody silence you. Don't let anything silence you, because you don't want to make problems in the family or make some person mad or make somebody feel uncomfortable. Don't let that keep you silent from telling the truth and speaking your truth. So I just want everyone to be encouraged. This is my story time. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for watching this video.